Okay, test. Okay, there we go. So, I had, you know, I had hope in my heart originally that you lot would, or when I say you lot, really, I'm specifically talking about the To Annoy Muses Corporation Zero, right? I had hoped that you lot would be able to get over yourself, but no, no, you guys just can't. And it's fascinating to me that you guys just like at this point I feel like your the joy, your raison d'être, your joie de vivre comes from making my life miserable. And I feel like I should charge you more for that. You know? Because you guys are getting so good at being annoying at the most opportune, the best moment, that I think I will have to start charging specifically those of our boys and girls, actually just boys, in the TAMC Zero. I don't think we have any female representative, do we? Oh no, we do. She's not here today, but yes, okay. Yeah, she'll get charged as well. But it's mostly, it's mostly, oh, my face just died. This app is very is getting a little bit silly. But anyway, um anyway, today we are of course doing our Sunday thing, and we're going to continue to do our Sunday thing. Unfortunately, it does also mean that we are going to do this while walking around Japan, and I've been told that I must keep it within the Tokyo metropolitan area, which technically is all of this, right? Like all of this. So perhaps we're going to go for oh wait, no, it's not. Did you? Oh, hold on. I need to go back and see if it was within Tokyo metropolitan area or if it was just within Tokyo. Let me just look at the wording. Yes. The auctions are ongoing. You guys start whenever you want. Until what? Until 3 minutes. Ooh, that's not the right button. Until 3 minutes. Rant versus TAMC Zero. There we go. Okay, I will get you guys for this. Yes, that's true. One of the ways I will get you guys for this is via via charging you more. You're welcome. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat log to make sure. Ah, yes, you said within Tokyo. Fantastic. Okay, so because it's not within sort of the 23 words within Tokyo, we actually have a whole bunch of space to choose from. So let's go with what am I feeling like today? Let's go along a river today. Like that's probably just outside. So let's go. I don't want to go along that one. We did that last time. Let's go here. Let's go here. Hey, look, there's a Starbucks. Let's start at the Starbucks. We'll start at the Starbucks. We'll walk towards the. We'll walk. Is there really a Starbucks here? This doesn't feel like a very Starbucksy spot. Oh, okay. So we were just in the wrong spot. Okay, fantastic. Oh, we can't go there, so let's move just up here. There we go. There must be Starbucks coffee right there. Fantastic. Okay. So we'll go here. We turn left. Oh, that's a one-way street. Is it? No. It's just 2 lanes in one side. Look, they even have a drive. Oh, what's going on with my other? They even have a drive-through. How nice. Coincidentally, I just want to point out I love these. Like, this is a very, very how do I say? Because like in Japan, you're not in a lot of areas in Japan, you're not afraid of your stuff getting stolen. It just isn't really done unless you're within sort of very specific areas, and so you can just park your bike like that. Like you see in these cases, these people still go and like chain it to the railing, but in the majority case, you probably can leave your bike in there, pop in for a coffee, and come out, and it's still being around, and that's nice. But also, I just wanted to point out that this kind of look, where you have this kind of like really small parking space, that's a very interestingly Japanese look. I can't remember exactly where. But you see sort of a bigger versions of this in front of say stations, and there are taxi stands waiting to pick up people, right? That's a very common look. I don't know. No. Okay, so this is the first one, right? Biological determinism. Let's call it that. And also, I just want to point out that this is being sponsored by Year One Class One, and between the two classes, 1 and 2 on Year One classes, we have had a astounding number of sort of interesting conversations, right? And then we look at what TAMC 0 does. It's just like it gives me hope. It gives me hope for the next generation. I need to write this down. What time are we at? We're at 7:30. TAMC 0 destroyed hope for humanity, but here classes have helped restore it. Oh right, you guys don't really know. Okay, so year one, the year one classes are split in sort of an interesting. Essentially, year one, that's not the right one. The year one classes are split into. You can belong to more than one class corporation. Where class one are the actually let's just say class 1 and class 2 are separated by gender, and then class 3 is a specific type that they can also belong to, that is something that I will just simply not talk about because they are Year 1 class 3. If you identify as Year 1 class 3, you know I'm talking about you. But yes, that's all right. I got away from the river. Wait, did we? No. Okay, that's small. Yeah, we're going towards the river now. No. Okay. Before this gets any further, if other sort of year 2 and 3 class corporations, whatever, hobby clubs, lobbies, try to emulate the TAMC 0, I will censure you guys. I'll revoke your corporation permit. I'll revoke your lobby permit. No, I have enough trouble dealing with a single one. If you guys want to be annoying, go join TAMC 0. If they will let you in, right? If they don't let you in, don't be annoying. You can be as annoying as you want the moment you gain membership. No. You can be as annoying as you want under the auspices of TAMC 0. Other than that, no, you may not be annoying. That is going into a rule, and I'm going to force it through procedurally, because otherwise we would actually get nothing done. Can you imagine if every single corporation acted like TAMC 0? That would just not work, right? No, it's true, it wouldn't. Why do I allow them? Why do I allow TAMC 0 to exist? That's a great question. It comes from year 1 class 2. Why do I allow them to exist? That's a sort of that's an existential question. Let me. Why do I allow TAMC 0? I'm thinking. I'm not. I haven't died. It's kind of an interesting dilemma, because if it weren't for the blokes, if it weren't for my boys within the TAMC 0, this channel wouldn't exist to begin with. And so that sort of puts a mildly different spin on things. I hope that makes sense, right? So they were, and this is not me saying, well, I don't allow them to exist because I'm thankful because they helped me set up the channel. No. There are very specific reasons why I started streaming, and part of that was to help some of those who would later go on to form the TAMC 0. So these are, you guys have a good idea of the types of people that are in that corporation as of today. And it was almost civic duty to Oh, they all know this. They all know this. I'm just saying it so that it becomes codified into law, into our conversations. Basically, everyone knows why I helped you lot. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, with the lockdown orders in place, it was a difficult time for a lot of us, especially those of us who would go out and who sort of traveled as our day to day, right? Like, to suddenly go from okay, because in 2019, like in 2020, early 2020, before the lockdown, I might fly to like 3 different cities over a week, right? I might fly to 3 different continents over a month, and that is fine. But to go from that to being locked in is very, very difficult, and some of those boys suffered quite badly. And so when we were talking about archegos, actually, I did mention that in part, in my mind at least, the archegos blow up was because Bill Huang spent a lot of time with himself as the lockdowns began, right? And it's not the same as being in the office, absolutely, right? Like, for guys like that, it simply isn't. And the same is true for our boys in TAMC 0. They were, I think, I like to think that I helped them, even if they will never admit it. And so part of the reason why I allow them this, whatever it is they do, is that the community was actually formed around that idea of being able to No, 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 no. No, you are not allowed to act like them in that way. No. The community was formed for everyone to be open about what they think without too much judgment. Right? Obviously, we have spirited discussions. Obviously, I have to step in now and then to make sure that we are all following the NDAs. That we have to all we have to all do our part for everything. Yes. And uh, 1 second. Uh, no, not bad. Yeah. Yes. I'm seeing number 4 and whatever. Okay. Um, Part of the reason is that what was I saying? Right, like that you're able to be sort of more honest about your opinions without it coming out to affect the work, right? There are people who harbor more liberal opinions than they might be allowed to express in reality, and the reverse is also true. And that is why that is why we have the community, and that is why I'm loath to just shut down TAMC Zero, in part because I know that they don't mean what they do in sort of in a negative way, right? Like they get a lot of their catharsis from being mean to me, and that's to me that's fine. If that means that these boys can do their work in a way that you know doesn't harm society. basically basically if they don't harm society, like they could do great harm to society if they so chose, right? So by helping them be able to and hybrid, how are you? By helping them able to gain a sense of catharsis outside of work and not um, being too annoying about it, I'm okay with that. Right? Let me make this clear, and this is specifically now once again addressed to TMC Zero. If you guys take the place that you have been running against me and you run it against anyone else in the community, then we will have trouble, right? Against me is perfectly fine because this is, I mean, essentially I signed up for this. This was my how long has it been? This was my 8 minute speech of saying that yes, I signed up knowing that they would be annoying to me, and I use my microphone as a semi-public way of getting my mild revenge against a bunch of against a bunch of boys who have never grown up but have adult responsibilities and are willing to focus on their responsibilities outside of the community. And so if they want to be a little bit mean spirited but still like or okay, not mean spirited, if they want to be mean while still maintaining a respectful degree, then I'm okay with that. Oh my god. I wish I hadn't said all of that. No, just because look at the way look at the amount of smugness that is coming out of them. Oh, that is smug, and I don't like that type of smugness. we just well, I mean, we're walking along the embankment, but we can't actually see the river. Maybe let's see if we can see the river from here. No, no, because it's completely it's blocked off. It's diked up. I wish they would give us some space to see. Oh, dude in a canoe. From that angle, that dude looked like UJ Sok. I imagined. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. Oh, did I move? I moved. Is this no? This is still. And also, can we just note that we are actually not that far out of Tokyo, right? We're not that far out of Tokyo, and there is still arable land that is actively, semi-actively being farmed, and that is, that is super interesting because obviously, oh, let's do this. Because obviously, like, there is not that much space, even though all of this is mostly, you see this, all of this is mostly low density. Not how it works. No, so what I wanted to say vis-a-vis, low density in farmland is that farmland in Japan is actually one of the current issues that the country faces. It's this idea that um, farmers had been protected when Japan and sort of, if you guys remember, I wasn't alive, but I'm sure most of you were. When the WTO first became the WTO and sort of free trade agreements, global free trade agreements started popping up all over the place. Japan went ahead and laid sort of very firm protectionist um, policies in place for Japanese rice farmers. And obviously, though, because that is, it's a national symbol. It's a national symbol in more than one way. And on top of all of that, it is also it's a huge interest group within Japan, right? But that was what, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. And demographics between now and then have changed so much that we now have, like, massive fields that are lying there unworked in, or worked in with such low efficiency because in the intervening 50 years, both the way that rice is grown and also the methodology by which it's harvested and all of that has changed dramatically, allowing much bigger patties. But patties have not, sizes really have not changed in Japan for forever. And so it's inefficient, it's expensive, and there are sort of implicit subsidies in place for these people. And so, like, one of the things that's really holding back in Japan is actually this particular interest group that continues to get older, continues to harbor more influence, and it's driving young people out of the political system, and that is fantastically tragic, at least to me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me note down the auctions that I've won, and then we can talk for the last like five minutes. Wait, really? More 20 minutes? Okay. And this was done. This was. Oh, really? Really? You guys were supposed to be the nice one. Okay. TAMC. Okay. So the To Annoy Music Corporation number 5 is supposed to be the nicest of the lot, but they still. You know what? 20 minutes till dawn is fine. It's not the end of the world. And what was the last one? Oh, okay. We haven't done one of those in a while. Maybe bad times. Are we still doing budget? English Constitution. Fantastic. I might actually laugh during that, so that would be sad. Okay, fantastic. All right, so we are done with those. Are we done with those? We are one, two. Yep, good. Actually, you know what? That's a good point. Let's try to add music composition stream. Composition stream, please. Exclamation mark, and tilde. There we go. Okay. Questions, concerns, Why am I so pretentious? Um, I can't answer that question anymore. Like my pretentiousness has been out there for a while. You know exactly why I'm pretentious. Um, I'm going to ignore that. Let's talk about something else. Demographics. I yes. So we have seen a demographic decline dramatic in both China and South Korea as well. Um, but that doesn't mean the situation in Japan is any better. It was just what, like 2 days ago, I think. I saw the report that birth rate in Japan, or the number of births in Japan, was the lowest on record ever, right? And that's you know like it's probably better than the sort of like cliff edge decline that we see in in certain parts of South Korea and China, but it's not good for the country as a whole, for Japan, because it's systemic, right? Like in the in say for example South Korea, you could imagine that this could be a blip if the government stepped in and did, like a bunch of things to support support working mothers. You could imagine that it could become a lot better, and that the birth rate is not yet culturally ingrained. But in Japan, it absolutely is. Right at this point, everyone's talking about the birth rate, but nobody actually wants to have children, and there are sort of heavy implications, but also very very sort of unfortunate reasons for why that is. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I mean, I'm. No, actually, I'm not going to get into that, and we are not going to talk about that for now. We might, talk about that sort of within the community in the future, because yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Having that conversation within the community is not a bad thing. But for now, we won't talk about it on stream. Any other questions? Oh, it's been almost 30 minutes. Yeah, so we're basically done. I'm gonna cross this bridge, and then we'll be done. I don't think we've made it into. Oh wow, look at that. There's an eel restaurant. That's a lot of selfies. Why would you want to take? That's a lot of selfies. Or no, not selfies. That's a lot of photosphere things. Maybe it was done by the restaurant itself. Actually, you never know, right? Could be. Can we see inside? Oh, it was probably done by the restaurant then, in that case. Though I'm not sure this was the correct lighting to use for this. Look at the washed out colors. Oof. Oof. I like the bamboo to hide. Actually, that's fantastic. I might try that in the future. I'm not sure what I've just walked into. There's a portal into the. You know what? That's probably true, but will not talk about it. That is cool. Oh, we missed it. I like ideas like this. We might try to um we might try to build on ideas like that, actually. Um can we Oh, right. I was going to play around with sort of like Blender and something to see if we could just like cut out the Minecraft completely, but it's not a thing yet. So anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the tatami. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we are done for today. No, we are done. Can we do Blender? Well, okay. If we do Blender, it would be like I would actually be practicing on stream because I simply do not have time. Like I wish I did, but I don't. Right? Like we can absolutely. Are you prepared to watch me fumble about with tutorials with all that? If you are, perfect, right? I'm happy to do that. You guys figure it out. Cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox, please don't do Chrome, and I shall see all of you tomorrow or sometime. I see, yeah, you know what I mean. Bye. Oh, right. Right eye today, wink.